What Georgie and Mandy's spin-off means for young Sheldon Season 7. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and give this video a like. Up as an editor at Screen Rant, Anna Dumarog covers network TV programming with expertise. Before taking on the specialty in general, she led the charge to establish the website as an authority on broadcast shows, first with NCIS 1 Chicago, and the Big Bang Theory franchise. Anna has previously discussed a wide range of subjects, including beloved TV shows like Frasier and MASH, as well as franchises like the MCU and Star Wars. Whether covering new releases or delving deeply into fan-favorite franchises, Anna always approaches her stories with clarity and passion. The translation of her coverage, intricate entertainment into captivating, viewer-focused material that adhere to the plot of Young Sheldon Season 7 will be impacted by Georgie and Mandy receiving their own spin-off. The termination of Young Sheldon wasn't because viewers weren't interested, but the spin-off will complete the family's storyline. Young Sheldon Season 7 doesn't need to concentrate on Georgie and Mandy. Even though their tale is done nicely, Mandy and Georgie will have their own spin-off, which will affect the plot of Young Sheldon Season 7. A new sitcom from the same universe is revealed, starring Montana Jordan, shortly before The Big Bang Theory spin-off concludes its run on CBS. And Emily Osment, who plays Georgie and Mandy in the project. Although the circumstances surrounding her birth presented many difficulties for George and Mary's family, the couple's first child, baby Cece, was welcomed into the clan lately. Now, a new series that centers on the trio will carry on their story. The public's lack of interest was not the reason behind Young Sheldon's cancellation. The first revelation that the program was ending was both heartbreaking and perplexing, because Season 6 had high ratings. However, the authors maintain that the offshoot complied with despite repeatedly violating the Big Bang Theory's established canon throughout the years. They determined that since Sheldon's time in Medford, Texas is coming to an end, the storylines of his entire family should likewise conclude, even if there are still a ton of unresolved stories concerning them, such as Georgie and Mandy's time as parents. This one returning character is all that Young Sheldon Season 7 needs to fix Georgie and Mandy's story to properly conclude Young Sheldon Season 7. One significant character from the past must return prior to Georgie and Mandy's scheduled wedding. Young Sheldon was initially intended to build on the existing knowledge about Sheldon's life. CBS said it during his final years of youth in Texas, years before he relocated to California, as an origin narrative. His family, the majority of whom had previously been introduced in The Big Bang Theory, was unavoidably included in that. But as time went on, Young Sheldon changed from its original idea to become a legitimate family comedy, and part of that change involved putting more emphasis on Sheldon's family. That meant Georgie had a brief affair with Mandy, which became more serious after they discovered they were unintentionally expecting a child. Although Georgie and Mandy's narrative isn't very novel, Young Sheldon's execution of it is appealing, particularly considering that they weren't the main characters when they initially met. Georgie only made an appearance near the end of The Big Bang Theory, which otherwise mostly ignored her. Mandy, meanwhile, received no attention at all. As a result, Young Sheldon was forced to write their plot independently of the nerd-focused sitcom, which can be advantageous because it gives the authors greater creative freedom. It was anticipated that Georgie and Mandy would be a major focus during the last year of the prequel before their spin-off was revealed. After much back and forth, they eventually got engaged in the Young Sheldon Season 6 finale, meaning that in addition to adjusting to life as new parents, they would also need to organize their wedding. To ensure that the show ends on a positive note, some people even think that it will conclude with the couple's wedding. There is no longer any expectation on Young Sheldon Season 7 to provide them with a satisfying conclusion because it has been confirmed that their journey would continue after Sheldon's stay in Medford. The prequel to The Big Bang Theory may instead use that time to focus on other characters whose destinies are still up in the air. By matching him with Dr. Sturgis one last time, they can make up for Young Sheldon's inability to provide a compelling personal journey. This gives Missy the chance to be rightfully saved and even has a fresh, less terrifying plot. Paige can finally return in Young Sheldon Season 7 to wrap out her journey. The nerdy sitcom has little time with the oldest Cooper child because he made his appearance late in The Big Bang Theory. Nevertheless, Young Sheldon and its parent shows have provided a good deal of insight into the character's future. First of all, he will go on to become a prosperous businessman and establish Dr. Tire, the biggest tire store in Texas. Second, there will be a breach between him and Sheldon as he takes over the family after George passes away without warning. His affair with Mandy won't endure long, even if it's very possible that they will eventually get married. Georgie would eventually take several spouses. Although it's after the breakup, it's unclear what happens to Mandy and Cece. It's unclear if the upcoming Young Sheldon spinoff will address that by revealing in retrospect that they eventually reconcile. But it's the best case scenario for the pair. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube Young Sheldon 24 channel and stay with TS.